Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, my wonderful girlfriend, now my fiance, a video of that to come. Jen and I just got engaged.
Holden Hardman!
So that'll be a fun video for you to see in the future. Anyway, that's not what this is about. Today, we are going to be watching Marvel's What If on Disney+. We have just finished watching Loki. I believe it was posted on last Wednesday, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And now, since we're all caught up, we're gonna be able to watch the what ifs as they release. Normally, until Jen and I got caught up, I was watching them with Jeremy. Jeremy and I will still be doing a discussion over on his channel, so make sure you go check that out. We should be going pretty deep and talking about very specific, minute things. Jen and I will also have a discussion at the end of this video too. So, Jen asked me before we started rolling, what is What If? It is exactly what it says. What if something else happened in the MCU than it did? This one, it's what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger? So when Steve Rogers is seriously injured, Peggy Carter becomes the world's first super soldier. So basically, what if Peggy got the Super Soldier Serum instead of Steve? Yeah, you can see Jen's eyes. She's like, whoa. This whole series is an anthology, so each episode is gonna be a different what if that happened. So this one, Peggy Carter becomes Captain Carter, I think it's her name. It's animated. We've had some, not issues, but it's been harder, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, but harder for you to suspend that disbelief or care as much during an animated feature or TV show. A guy named, I think it's AC Bradley, executive produced this. He said that this is canon. So what that means is that this actually took place in our cinematic universe, our cinematic multiverse, with the end of Loki going into all the different variants and different timelines and multiverse and multiversal wars. Is this somehow going to be connected to that? Who's to say? An additional thing, they brought back most of the original voice actors. So Haley Atwell is going to be voicing Peggy Carter. She's been Peggy Carter the whole time, still her voice. A few are not going to be the same. Dave Bautista, who's Drax, does not do his own voice. Robert Downey Jr. does not come back as Tony, so it's going to be kind of an impersonator voice actor. So that might have some detachment there. So as far as how it's canon, it apparently is officially canon. So let me know your thoughts on that and how that even works, since it's a what if type of series. I know that was a lot, but how are you feeling going into this?
So, animated shows, really not my thing. Except for like classics, Scooby-Doo, Jetsons, but I feel like those are different. I'm really looking to find an animated show that I really can get into. I had no idea what if was, but after hearing Holden explain it, it sounds very, very interesting. So this may be that show, I don't know. So we'll have to see, but high hopes, really, really excited to see it. I know a couple of people have mentioned it, that it's really good, that I should watch it, so we're definitely gonna do that.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The first episode of What If. Good. Curious to see how this will play out.
Time,
Ooh, Watcher.
where a single choice can branch out into infinite realities.
I'm really digging this music so far.
And ponder the question.
That's a pretty good intro.
Yeah.
A skinny kid from Brooklyn became Captain America. But in another universe, a single choice created a whole new hero.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable in the booth?
No, I'd prefer to stay.
That's the moment that created a new universe. Peggy Carter chose to stay, but soon it would be her venturing into the unknown.
In order to prevent uncontrolled growth, the subject will...
Oh, jeez.
Did you just kill him?
It killed Steve. Oh, I guess he's
Focus
still
on
alive.
me.
It has to be now. Do you know how much this costs? We won't get another shot at this.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Agent Carter. What are you doing? Agent Carter!
This is our only chance.
She get all beefed up.
Looks like it.
You won't be needing those hills anymore.
Peggy? Wow.
I'd call this an absolute...
It's like somehow I'm more attracted to you.
I was promised peace and salvation. Instead, I get a girl. Be grateful you're in the room and not being brought up on charges of insubordination. Every last drop of that Dr. Erskine serum went into you. Someday your blood might tell us how to make a real super soldier.
You have a super soldier.
It is
What a douche
It
lord.
is 1943. Yeah.
Still a douche lord.
Oh yeah, no, oh yeah.
Weapons, great moron!
Flynn could stick you on one of those USO tours. Wear a crazy costume, being told to smile 10 times a day.
He couldn't. Could he? We all have someone fighting for us. It would be nice if we could fight for them. You were meant to be the one to end the war.
Now you will. I never was much of a dancer anyway.
Maybe you haven't found the right partner.
I'd be real curious to like watch Captain America up until that point and then switch to this. Because I thought they had that conversation a while ago.
Tesseract was the jewel of Odin's treasure room.
It's just a legend.
Then why do you try so hard to hide it?
Greatest minds alive.
And Stark is one of them.
This doesn't concern you. You're lucky to be in the room. Colonel,
I'd rather you didn't.
Flynn's a moron. Lucky for you, I'm a genius. It was supposed to be your USO Let's Go Sell Some War Bonds costume, but I made a few upgrades. This is gonna be awkward.
Wow.
British AF. Shout out to our British fans. What a throw.
Oh, she looked good.
I love the sound of that shield. It never gets old. Wow.
Brilliant! Let's give it another go.
She seems like extra strong.
Stronger than Steve?
Oh, I don't know. He wasn't standing in front of cars and flipping them.
Yeah.
Allies must be desperate, sending in a fragile Fraulein to fight for them.
After she just levels his entire group.
Right?
Oh, jeez.
The war's out there, Colonel, not in here.
You're an agent. You're not qualified for field duty.
Then you better promote me. Captain has a nice ring to it.
Ready to join the war effort, Steve?
If your friend was taken prisoner by Hydra,
Bucky's unit is now 50 kilometers behind the front line.
if we're going to take down Hydra, we'll need all the friends we can get.
I owe you one.
You owe me more than that. You owe me a dance.
I love them together.
I know. Even if she's like a Goliath and he's a 90-pound asthmatic.
She was like a 80-year-old and he still appeared like he was a 30-year-old.
Yeah, he was still trying to get with it.
Since when did dames fight like that?
Who are you supposed to be? Queen of England?
That's actually Sebastian Stan, too.
Oh, good.
Steve?
Rogers?
Steve!
Hey, Peggy.
They made him like an Iron Man suit.
Stark made me some new dancing shoes.
Well, then we better start dancing.
They're really leaning into the whole dancing thing.
Yeah. That's really good, though.
I know. Remember when we were watching the Olympics with the female?
Yeah.
What? That's what that kind of reminds me of.
Except for she clearly has a hairstyle in place. They were just back in like ponytails. But hers is curls and all. I love that they're highlighting this. Aw, he's so supportive.
And he gets to participate in the war like he wanted to, even if he's not Captain America. Jeez, that guy's dead. Oh, that guy's dead. Oh my God. The music really underplays the actual violence of what's going on here.
The Fuhrer demands your presence in Berlin!
A god does not answer to a man.
A god! You lost the Tesseract, and now you play with metal trinkets!
The true champion of Hydra shall be summoned from beyond the stars.
How dare!
That was a cool transition.
The Third Reich.
In a way, the outside finally matches the inside.
The way people view me has
Oh,
changed.
Jesus. It's gonna get late tonight.
He's gonna
Sure.
get crushed, and it's gonna be great, I'm sure.
I'm still that skinny kid from Brooklyn. Now just in a big metal suit.
You're more than the suit. The suit is nothing without the man inside.
You're my hero, too.
She is going to destroy him.
Something about this smells as fresh as 3-day-old fish.
I really underestimated like how important of a scene that was with Bucky and the train.
Oh yeah. You see like in his HUD, it's like cogs, because it's like older. Jeez, Buck.
Woo! You almost ripped my arm off.
I've got a visual, but...
I'm going in for a closer look. Peggy, go! Get out of
So would Steve become the Winter Soldier?
The Winter Soldier? Oh, that would be weird. That would be a cool what if.
Oh my God, I bet you they do.
That would be neat.
His name is Steve Rogers.
Didn't even get a chance to crush his bones.
I will tell you nothing.
He told me everything. According to our...
You need the stomper to get close.
Colonel, you're lucky to even be in the room.
For Steve.
Yes. Let's do it. For Rogers.
Yes.
Jeez.
Lord.
Well, that was fun.
Now comes the hard part. You go high, I go low?
We'll shake hands in the middle.
Did I miss something? How did he get the Tesseract back? The Winter Soldier in an Iron Man style suit.
The champion of Hydra has risen!
Monsters? No one prepared me for actual monsters.
I have summoned the champion of Hydra! Steve! Steve, come on.
They just put him on the ground there?
Come on, help me get him out of here! You gotta get me in the suit.
Aw, no Winter Soldier.
I wish they would have gone that way.
I know, that would have been really cool. I think the episode length is going against them too. I think like just they just had him lying on the ground in the room. Oh, nice. I like the sword thing going on.
Did you miss me?
Every second.
I told.
Aw.
Peggy! Peggy, no! You owe me a dance lesson.
Saturday night.
Don't you dare be late. Wow.
So she went to another dimension?
Looks like it.
Ma'am, please put down the sword.
Sir? That's Captain Carter.
Where's Steve Rogers?
The war ended almost 70 years ago. You're going to be okay.
We won the war.
Her one choice gave the multiverse a new hero. These are my stories, for I am the Watcher.
So he's a creep? Am I supposed to know who the Watcher is?
They only showed him very briefly in, I think, Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like that was really short for us. We're so used to watching longer movies and stuff, but what did you think about it?
So I actually enjoyed this so far animated series. I especially enjoyed the fact that the first episode was about the idea of Peggy being the first super soldier. I felt like in general, episode went pretty smooth. There were a couple things, like I wish they would have delved into Steve possibly being the Winter Soldier. Initially, when he disappeared, it rang bells for how Bucky kind of disappeared. So I really thought they were gonna go that way, and that would have made it so juicy. But they didn't, it's fine. The episode was like 30 minutes long, so I can understand why they did not maybe open Pandora's box as far as that. But I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. I thought visually it looked really good.
So you like the animation?
I do, which I'm very surprised about. I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited to see what episode 2 is going to be about. I know you said it's going to be a separate storyline, so that'll be very interesting. I love how they portrayed Steve Rogers. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, so I'm excited about episode 2.
I really liked it too. I have always liked Peggy Carter, so the idea of her becoming the super soldier was totally cool with me. I like that she's just Captain Carter instead of like Captain Britain, you know? And I like that they kind of pointed out the ridiculousness of her having to go like on the tours like Captain America did. And now she's like, I'm not doing that. We're not gonna do that. And that also explains the outfit that Howard Stark was able to give to her with some modifications as to why she's got the whole British getup with the British shield and stuff. So she seemed like the level of strength Steve was at in Winter Soldier and like Civil War. Like, remember when we first watched it, when we watched the first Captain America, and then you watch like the opening of Winter Soldier where he goes on the boat and he's just like destroying everyone. And it seemed like there was like this, almost this power disparity where he's just so much stronger than he was in the first Captain America. So I feel like they just went straight to absolutely dominating, like super strong Captain Carter. So that was really, really cool to see her just mowing down everyone. It almost also seemed like she was stronger than Captain America. I don't know if it's just because it was animation and her throwing trucks overhead. But still, it was really, really cool to see. I figured they weren't just gonna totally get rid of Steve Rogers just because it would be, I don't know, it would be weird seeing Steve just kind of pushed to the side. And I still like the idea of Howard creating this sort of Mark -1 of the Iron Man suit, Steve in it, and then also working together with Peggy, who he loves, and she clearly loves him. I already mentioned when we were watching it, just kind of, I thought it was a little lazy just having Steve lying on the ground in the room where they've already captured the suit. Why would they do that? Why would they have him there? The animation style reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball FighterZ. I know you never played it, but the cutscenes looked, especially the smoke simulations, looked a lot like that game. That's just a side note, just a nerdy little tidbit point for me. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm hoping that they're all this exciting. They're very fast paced, I guess because of the runtime, and that's fine with me. I think that this was a lot of fun.
You actually brought up a good point. I like the fast pace. I like that they kind of jumped right into it. From the beginning, it was just very interesting. I think as far as a rating, I'm gonna do a 7.
Feels strange rating individual episodes. So when we're finished in, I guess, 6 weeks, I think there are 6 episodes, we'll give kind of a series review. I'm kind of right there with you. I'm about like maybe 6.5 for me. There's just some technical stuff, and it would be weird for me to put this up there with some of the other ones I've also rated at 7, so I give around 6.5.
I will say that I feel like this series has really good potential, with this being the first episode and how much I enjoyed it. So I'm really curious to see how the rest of the series goes. I hope it's as good. It would really suck if this was a great episode and then it just kind of died off. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think it's gonna be really, really good. I think it's gonna get better, and I'm really excited.
I'm also really excited to see what they do with it. I like the idea of just playing around with the storyline and the canon and just doing whatever you want to. I absolutely think they should have turned Steve into the Winter Soldier. That would have been really cool. Not enough time, obviously, like you said, but that would have been a really cool twist to have Steve be the Winter Soldier against Peggy. Would have been real neat. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. Helps the channel out a lot. Comment down below letting us know what you thought of what if Peggy Carter became Captain Carter. Subscribe if you want to see more fun content like this. Consider joining my Patreon to get early access to select videos. Make sure you head over to Jeremy's channel. Jeremy and I will also discuss it a little bit more as well. And as always, Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.